What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Here's a new video. This is called the Mars 4 armor. It's a high grade version of it. Funny enough, I did not believe it when they said this whole series was based on VR. This is completely new to me, and I didn't even realize it technically wasn't a real Gundam, but here we are. Someone in the comment section mentioned Core Fighter, and when I googled it, this is what the kit that showed up. Hopefully this is what they're talking about. If not, I'm pretty sure someone will correct me in the comments. What is the Mars 4? The Mars 4 is, from what I can gather, a combination of the Core Fighter Gundam along with the Mars armor set. It's one of the planet system forms. The planet system, if you don't already know, is a system of armor sets that can be applied to the Core Fighter set, giving it unique abilities. The main shtick of the Mars 4 is its melee combat. It's a lot close fighting, not really much of long range. There is some long range capabilities, but they're few and far between when compared to how much melee it has. It shines most when there's a lot of little guys to take over really fast. That's where the high grade does not come with certain weaponry that I'll explain later. Unfortunately, it does not. It comes with a separate kit you can buy to add on to those weapons, but I didn't get it. I didn't know you had to get separate things, but whatever. It's a bummer, but I guess I'll buy it if it's on sale in the future. The full weapon breakdown goes pretty simple. There's not really any like super big flashy things, but first we have the head mounted beam Vulcans. Pretty standard with most Gundam kits. They have some type of Vulcan in the head module to shoot down, suppress fire, stuff like that. Also the thing that comes pretty standard with Gundams is beam sabers. So the whole thing with Gundams is really beam sabers. They are stowed in the backpack, and there's actually two variations of it where it's like shorter or longer depending on what you need. Good for quick finishers and not meant to be like the main fighting style for the Mars 4. The forearm shield units are these giant shields which can actually unleash claws, and that's what it's mainly used for, is to hack and slash through minions while also giving the option to block. There is the slash blades, which can combine to the over slash blade, part of the stuff that I didn't get, where the backpack holds the blades individually, or they can combine to a larger slash blade. This is the Mars 4 sword stance, and you can see this in most of the promo art. The last one is the Heat Rev and Heat Rev Axe. They can also combine, similar to the over slash blade. It's called the Hard Heat Rev Sword. Each works alone, but they can be combined into one giant sword, and that's your one big hit. Where it shines in the anime, it doesn't have a lot of screen time. That's what I saw, but it does show up earliest in the episode 3, where it was notably used to defend a village from a mysterious force called the One-Eyed. The sequence highlights exactly what the Mars 4 is for. Close range combat, getting things done quickly. Now, my thoughts on the kit. Funny story, when I first built the Gundam, I had the core and I built the ship separately. And then I was like, why is this so small? Like, this should be bigger. Normal high grades are bigger. And then I looked at the box and I'm like, in a moment of epiphany, I'm like, hey, you're an idiot. You're supposed to put the armor set from the ship onto the Gundam to make it bigger. And then once I did, I'm like, well, that made me look stupid for 5 minutes. One of the main things, I kind of have a couple of issues with it. The shoulder armor you can put on for the Mars 4 armor slips off very easily, and there's no real way to like remedy it other than putting putty or something like that. But that goes along with my second biggest issue, where is the beam saber and the gun don't really have a real way to attach to the hands at all. There's no pins or anything to connect the hands, and that wouldn't be such a big issue for me if I didn't see other high grade kits I have don't have this issue at all. They all have some sort of a pin system or some way to attach it so that it doesn't fall off. Now, I could use putty, but that leaves a lot of other issues because there's a lot of little crevices in the hands, so that's a whole other issue with putty. Even though I was a little bummed, it's not that big of an issue. With the addition of 2 different size beam sabers, that was actually a pleasant surprise. I did not know that. it provided a lot more variation of what type of stances to use in regards to the beam sabers. Like you could have one full length and one half length, dual wielding 2 short swords, stuff like that. It was really fun to think of ideas, even though I didn't put the best ideas into action. Ultimately, I liked the armor on the core Gundam, which makes sense because the core Gundam is very basic. But the reason I say that is with how small it is, there's no real place for me where I have right now. I can display it in its own light. It'll kind of just be overshadowed by the bigger Gundams I have, but I attached it, of course, attached to the armor, and it looks fine like that, so I don't really have any complaints there. The one thing I did notice I was trying to hold back on was over painting the corners like I did with the Mighty Strike Freedom Gundam. That one, it was kind of my first try, so I added a lot of more effects and stuff that I didn't really need to, and it came out messy. I know that, but I wanted to hold that back and be like more conservative with paint, and I think it came out a lot better than that previous Gundam. In the future, I'm not going to do that all the time. I'm going to scale that back a lot. I do want to try an anime style, like painting it to look like an anime, like I seen on TikTok, and I actually kind of want to really try that one time. But that'll be in the future. Right now, my focus is on scribing and getting that down to science. Not really a science, but be well equipped with that skill. With that being said, that's pretty much the end of the video. I will give you guys a little teaser. My next Gundam, we're gonna bring it back. RX-76, it's coming back, baby. One of my favorite Gundam models. It's the OG. Can't really hate on it too much. I bought some other like fodder mobile suits just to mess up. It's from the same timeline as Universal Century, so the RX-76 actually faced it in the anime, and I can't wait to beat them up and make them look all broken. I have some ideas in my head on what I want to shoot, but that's for another video. I'll let you guys dwell on that, little simmer on that. Please leave a like. I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time.